As soon as it happened and we learned of the incident, we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the hospital and to get care as soon as possible. To the family, I'm so deeply sorry.
Welcome in, Mike.
There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives or the friends of the victim feel any better.
Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a good one tonight. We have a good one. We have a real good one tonight. Under an investigation as the DOJ issue a subpoena. Like I said, like I've been talking about. Good evening, Ozzy. Good evening. I just want to shout out real quickly on the moderators and on the back end. Thank you, Lieutenant Max. We appreciate you being here. Lieutenant Max, we appreciate everything you're doing on the back end. Thank you so much for all your help. It's unfortunate, but it comes to this. We're going to talk about that on a members only down the road. But back to the topic. Real quick, as this man here, we're going to talk about Tim Walz and Mayor Frey here. We're going to listen to him. The DOJ has issued subpoenas for Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Frey. Can I ask the chat this? I'm going to ask this about 10 times tonight. Where were they? Where were all these governors and mayors on the radical left when the illegals came and murdered and raped and done violence? Did they ever call the families of the victims? And the answer to that question is, of course not. Now we're going to listen in to this piece of crap, this piece of shit here, and then we're going to listen to Tim Walz, and they've been spending what they have done. Let me just say this: allegedly has committed a crime. We got more protests we're going to watch. It's going nuts again. Every night in Minneapolis, it's going crazy. But here he is right here. Let's listen in.
There were, I believe, 2 Minneapolis police officers that responded and were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they...
Yeah, welcome in, everybody. This is, I personally feel, and Susu, thank you for the email, appreciate it. I personally feel that they will both be subpoenaed. I believe that what they did is a crime. And I think we need to wake up as America. I'm getting sick of everybody, we just talk about it. What they did was a disgrace in Minneapolis, still going on. I have some live footage going on right now. What they did with these words on telling ICE to get the F out, and Tim Walz saying we're at war with the government, and just the words alone, the words that are coming out of their mouth, for me, probably most of you guys on here right now at the moment, is a direct threat to all Americans, Donald Trump, Vice President, and the United States of America. And I'm telling you right now, the shit will hit the fan. All eyes are on Minneapolis. It's continuing chaos. They have done nothing to help out. They're encouraging these protesters this evening, last night, last week, to continue to pretty much riot, protest, put your cameras up in their face, follow them to the restaurants. Ladies and gentlemen, they went to a Mexican restaurant to eat. They were afraid that their food could have been just, I can't even say the words on here. The food was horrible. Is this what this has come? Now we're going to listen in case you guys didn't hear. Viewer discretion advised on this filthy mouth of a mayor that's in Minneapolis and what he said. Let's listen in just in case you missed this. Not long. Listen in.
Created themselves.
Here we go.
There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better.
This
But I
is
do
right
have a
after the
message
death of Renee
for
Good,
our
by the way.
community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
Huh.
Then we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the
This is a mayor. By the way, if you're just coming in, hey, I wanted to just say this. Thank you so very much for all the likes last night. Mike, thank you for being here, moderator. We hit about 378 likes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Spread these videos. Like, subscribe. I am working tremendously. On Facebook, they've taken down a couple of my videos. We're going to talk about that. For what? Speaking the truth. I mean, this is nuts. How the hell can anybody support this? Once again, they've been subpoenaed. The DOJ, I'm going to quote, today, Donald Trump, the DOJ has issued subpoenas for both Tim Walz, Governor Tim Walz, and Mayor Frey. And this was him shortly after. He goes, he did come out and he says, I'm sorry. He did say, I'm sorry for the language. Okay. The language. But he didn't say he was sorry to encourage threats on America. He's spreading hate. It's just spreading a very bad, if I say, quote unquote, like a disease. And other mayors and other politicians are feeding on this, like Gavin Newsom. Let's listen in a little bit more before this, before he said get the F out.
hospital and to get care as soon as possible. And to the family, I'm so deeply sorry. There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives or the friends of the victim feel any better. There were, I believe, 2 Minneapolis police officers that responded and were in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they created themselves. There's little I can say, again, that'll make this situation better, but I do have a message for our community, for our city, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
Oh! So, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Get the F out. Tim Walz is no better. Okay? These are leaders of Minneapolis. These are Minneapolis. We talked about this, but for the new viewers that committed allegedly fraud, don't care about America. This was shortly after the shooting. He did come out and apologize for his language. I have not heard this piece of shit mayor come out and apologize to me, to you, to Minneapolis, to Donald Trump, and to America on encouraging these protests. And by the way, we're going to listen to Tim Walz, and then we're going to see more protests on this Friday. There's more people out. There's more out tonight because, well, they don't work. They don't work. Well, they don't need to work. You know why they don't need to work? I'll tell you why. Paid protesters, okay? So here's Tim Walz. Let me bring up, give me a couple seconds. We're going to get Tim Walz. This is Tim Walz. This was the press conference today. I think this was, yeah, this was today. This was Tim Walz today.
PBS, go ahead.
Hold on.
And ICE agents are going door to door.
Excuse me, this was 2 days ago. Here's Tim Walz.
And ICE agents are going door to door, ordering people to point out where their neighbors of color live. They're pulling over people indiscriminately, including U.S. citizens, and demanding to see their papers. And at grocery stores, at bus stops, even at our schools, they're breaking windows, dragging pregnant women down the street.
False.
Just plain grabbing Minnesotans and shoving them into unmarked vans.
Probably Ozzy Ray.
Kidnapping innocent
You're probably
people
right,
with
my
no
friend.
warning and no due process. Let's be very, very clear. This long ago stopped being a matter of immigration enforcement. Instead, it's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of Minnesota by our own federal government. Last week, that campaign claimed the life of Renee Nicole Good. We've all watched the video.
I want everybody to listen to his words. Be free, chat among each other. Try to listen. It's not that long. Listen to his words about government. And by the way, I'm going to ask the chat this a couple times. Where is Gavin Newsom, Tim Walz, the mayors, and majority of these Democrats when these illegal immigrants, migrants come into the United States, rape and murder, and bring narcotics and poison, and they take their families? Have they once, as Hannity said on Fox News this evening, have they once picked up the phone and said, I'm very, very sorry for your loss. I am very, very sorry. I will do better as your governor, as your mayor, as your state official. Have they done that once? No. This has become a cult. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's time and now time to get rid of these people. Now, Donald Trump, I'm a little disappointed, but maybe he's playing chess again. I'll tell you why I'm disappointed. Now, just today, earlier today, Trump says they were talking about the Insurrection Act that was in 1807 implemented. He says, I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I don't think there's no need for it. Well, Mr. President Trump, I hope you have something up your sleeve, because I got to tell you, I want the Insurrection Act implemented in Minneapolis, because we're going to watch in about 5 minutes or less what's going on. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. The ICE agents cannot go out and have the lunch, dinner. They can't go to sleep. They're having threats on them and their family. Threats on them and their family. And this is not, we should not tolerate it. So I hope that President Trump gets some sleep tonight and wakes up and reconsider. Because I want to see, do you guys in the chat, yes or no? Do you think the Insurrection Act, and what that is an act so President Donald Trump can go into Minneapolis, not only take over Minnesota streets, but here's another reason. Are you ready? Put this man behind bars. Now, we know about the fraud, allegedly. We don't know all about it, right? There's going to be more exposed. But just on the words from that mayor we just heard, get the F out, put your phones in front of the ICE agents, do what you can do, encouraging, cheerleading, instigate ICE agents, the paid protesters. And as a subscriber just said, if he doesn't mind me calling his name out, Ozzy said, you wouldn't be surprised that they're getting paid for this. This is not justice. This man needs to be put and held accountable for his actions on what he's saying. Let's listen in. This is not long. It's probably about 5 minutes. Let's listen in to Governor Tim Walz.
We've all seen what happened. And yet, instead of conducting an impartial investigation so we can hold accountable the officer responsible for Renee's death, the Trump administration is devoting the full power of the federal government to finding an excuse to attack the victim and her family. Just yesterday, 6 federal prosecutors, including the longtime career prosecutor leading the charge to investigate and eliminate fraud in our state's programs, quit their jobs rather than go along with this assault on the United States Constitution. But as bad as it's been, Donald Trump intends for it to get worse. This week, he went online to promise that, quote, the day of retribution.
Hold on. Donald Trump, you hear what he just said? All right, let's listen.
Reckoning is coming. That's a direct threat against the people of this state, who dared to vote against him 3 times, and who continue to stand up for freedom with courage and empathy and profound grace. All across Minnesota, people are stepping up to help their neighbors who are being unjustly and unlawfully targeted. They're distributing care packages and walking.
You are a disgrace,
and
Tim Walz.
raising
A
their voices
disgrace.
in peaceful protest, even though doing so
It's not peaceful.
has made many of our fellow Minnesotans targets
Not
for
peaceful.
violent retribution. Folks, I know it's scary, and I know it's absurd that we all have to be defending law and order, justice, and humanity.
I know it's scary. Do you hear the words, ladies and gentlemen? Do you hear the words? I know it's scary. What is scary? Keeping your city that's out of control by paid protesters, allegedly fraud. Listen
We're
more.
also caring for our families and trying to do our jobs. So tonight, let me say once again to Donald Trump and Kristi Noem,
Whoa.
end this occupation. You've done enough. Let me say 4 critical things to the people of Minnesota. 4 things I want you to hear as you watch the news and look out for your neighbors. First, Donald Trump wants this chaos. He wants confusion. And yes, he wants more violence on our streets. We cannot give him what he wants. We must protest loudly,
Whoa.
urgently, but also peacefully. And
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a governor. This is a governor. Okay, this isn't a resident. Here's a governor. We must protest, but peacefully. He's saying those words. We must protest after the words of Donald Trump and Kristi Noem. That there, for me, is a crime. A crime in the sense of encouraging people that these protesters, paid or non-protest, love it or hate it, agree or disagree, can possibly be injured, hospitalized, and even death. These are not a protest. These are acts of violence. These are acts of violence that are happening now over a week. Over a week. It's becoming a cancer. And the mayor and the governor, you hear them say, protest. You'll hear them say in the next interview, I encourage everybody to bring their cell phones, like I'm holding right now, put them in the face of the ICE agents, agitate them. This is not a game. I'm not asking Tim Walz to support Donald Trump, who could have been the vice president of the United States and maybe even president. Thank God that will never happen. But this is a man who's saying these exact words to do it. Like Gavin Newsom, like majority, ladies and gentlemen, please come in. Hit the like if you haven't subscribed. Because we're going to unwrap. This is not the way to go. The way to go is to encourage these people to stop. If you want to protest, if you're new to the channel, protest in the park a couple hours and do what the hell you say. This is not right. You're going to see more massive protests this evening. It's getting worse and worse. We've seen it. We've seen 2 or 3 Venezuela attack an ICE agent with a snow shovel. All right. These are illegal migrants in Minneapolis. There was an incident in Florida today, but the governor there in Florida did not put up with it. Jail. Not like Portland or Minneapolis. Let's listen a little bit more. I don't know how much more I can take of this man, but I want you guys to hear it. All right.
indeed, as hard as we will fight in the courts and at the ballot box, we cannot and will not let violence prevail.
Okay.
You're angry. I'm angry. Angry is not a strong enough word, but we must remain peaceful. Second, you are not powerless. You are not helpless, and you are certainly not alone. All across Minnesota, people are learning about opportunities, not just...
You're not alone. Listen to the words, folks. Listen to the words. You, I quote, are not alone. All right?
resist, but to help people who are in danger. Thousands upon thousands of our fellow Minnesotans are going to be relying on mutual aid in the days and weeks to come, and they need our support. Tonight, I want to share another way you can help. Witness. Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. You have an absolute right to peacefully film ICE agents as they conduct these activities.
Witness. Did you hear these words? Help us. Ladies and gentlemen, are we missing this? Help us. Help who? Help the government. Who's the government? Of Minneapolis. This man, Tim Walz, the mayor. Let's just a little bit more.
So carry your phone with you at all times.
Carry your phone.
And if you see these ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record.
Hold on.
Help.
Hold on. sorry, I'm speaking over. I apologize. Listen in.
Conduct these activities. So carry your phone with you at all times. And if you see these ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record. Help us create a database of the atrocities against Minnesotans, not just to establish a record for posterity.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe this man? Take out your cell phones and record. Record. Take them out, record. Not record the birds in the park. Don't record. Record the ICE agents. Record them. In my view, this is why, if you're just coming in, I do appreciate like and subscribe. I'm Sal. This is crazy. The DOJ just this afternoon and Donald Trump has issued a subpoena for Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Frey. You know the guy with the hair that falls in the middle? Yeah, that man, that piece of shit. He's another one saying, ICE, get the F out. These people do not care about America. They have not once picked up the phone and called families of these illegal immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them, who murdered people's wives and husbands and drug cartels. You think they ever pick up the phone? Of course not. I got to tell you, I am disappointed with Donald Trump, and I voted for him for 3 times. I tell you why. Because just earlier today, for those who are coming in, the viewers, the Insurrection Act to Minneapolis, Trump says, we're not so sure we're going to implement it just now. Now, he hasn't, he just hasn't said he might do it, he might not. I wish he would do it. I hope he does it to take over and stop these people from riots. These are not protests. Bring your cell phones. Can you believe it?
To bank evidence for future prosecution. The third thing I want to say to you tonight is we will not have to live like this forever. Accountability is coming at the voting booth and in court. We will reclaim our communities from Donald Trump. We will reestablish a sense of safety for our neighbors, and we will bring an end to this moment of chaos, confusion, and trauma. We will find a way to move forward, and we'll do it together, and we'll not be alone. Every day, we are working with business leaders, faith leaders, legal experts, and elected officials from across this country. They've all seen what Donald Trump is trying to do to our state, and they know their states could be next. And that brings me to the fourth thing I want to say tonight, Minnesota.
All right, here's the fourth thing.
How incredibly proud I am of the way that you've risen to meet this unbearable moment. But I'm not at all surprised, because this is who we are. Minnesotans believe in the rule of law, and Minnesotans believe in the dignity of all people. We're a place where there's room for everybody, no matter who you are, or who you love, or where you came from. A place where we feed our kids, we take care of our neighbors, and we look out for those in the shadows of life. We're an island of decency in a country being driven towards cruelty. We will remain an island of decency, of justice, of community, of peace. And tonight I come before you simply to ask, don't let anyone take that away from us. Thank you, protect each other, and may God bless the people of Minnesota.
All right, so these are the words, ladies and gentlemen, of Tim Walz, the governor of Minneapolis. This was his speech 2 days ago. He spoke again this evening. I'm trying to look for it. What he said this evening is pretty much the same, but even a little bit worse. I'm going to look for it. But this is a governor, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Do we support this? Look, it's not about left versus right, okay? It's about all of us ideas to come to one, to protect and honor our police officers, and in this case, our ICE agents. Look at his face. Look at the anger. Well, guess what? Mr. Tim Walz, your time is running out. Because guess what? Donald Trump is our president. He's not your normal Republican president. Sure enough, not this radical left, if you want to call it a Democrat Party. Okay, he's a president, and he's moving fast. And what you've done, allegedly, I'll say it again, on the fraud, which I think is going to come out. Because for me, Ilhan Omar will put it all on him. But just these words you heard for the last 4 or 5 minutes is a disgrace to America, to encouraging people to protest, to encourage people to put their cell phones in the ICE agents. And if you haven't heard this, earlier this afternoon, the ICE agents, they get hungry. They get hungry. They want to go eat. They're supporting Minneapolis. They're going to a Mexican restaurant, right? And they go there. Food was horrible. They got very evil looks from the waiter, the waitress, the owner. Is that what we become? No, of course not. He should be held. He should step down. And I'm hoping that our president, Donald Trump, will implement the Insurrection Act ASAP and remove him, Tim Walz, and the mayor out of office. Jacob Frey is a disgrace, telling ICE agents to get the F out. And he says, oh, I'm sorry. I was hot-headed. I'm sorry that I cussed. How about you come out and apologize to the families? The families, ladies and gentlemen. Do they ever talk about the families that have been murdered? Most recently, no, of course not. Because why? They don't care. Why they don't care is because they want illegals to come here, to have 55% of the voters, to win over the House, the Senate, presidency, and for what? I'll tell you why. To take over our nation, to rule, to make it socialism, to control you and your beautiful family and my family and the people in Minneapolis, and give out funding, money that should go to American people like SNAP benefits and Medicaid and child care and so on and so forth. And what happens? Somalia, Mexico, Venezuela, and all these other countries, China, Thailand. Should I continue? Should I continue? It's not the way to go. But that's what they want. That's what these Democrat Party wants. And this man here, it will turn. And he will be held accountable for his actions. Trust me. Trust me. This is a total disgrace. Yes or no? Yes or no? What he is saying. I mean, we are going to look at some of these protests, guys, right now. We're going to go and look at some footage of some of these protests. And it's Friday night, whether it's Friday night, Monday morning, Tuesday afternoon. Guess what? They don't work. And they interviewed some of these protesters. And they said, hey, do you work? Nope, we don't work. Well, we get paid. Who's paying them? Who's paying them? I'd like to know and find out who the hell's paying these protesters. Most of us on here tonight are working or worked and are retired and worked our ass off. And guess what? We pay taxes. We have paid taxes. And these people are continuing to just encourage violence. And this governor, did anybody think that you would live to see a governor and a mayor and city representatives and people that come here and marry their brothers and sisters from Somalia? They are taking over the beautiful United States of America. Now we're going to go back a little bit more just for the viewers who are coming on who missed this. I will go back one last time. So let's listen in. It's not long. I'm not going to go all the way back. I'm going to go back to right about 2 minutes in. I'm going to play this one last time, and then we're going to cover some live footage on them just tearing down Minneapolis.
Violent retribution. Folks, I know it's scary, and I know it's absurd that we all have to be defending law and order, justice, and humanity, while also caring for our families and trying to do our jobs. So tonight, let me say once again to Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, end this occupation. You've done enough. Let me say 4 critical things to the people of Minnesota. 4 things I want you to hear as you watch the news and look out for your neighbors. First, Donald Trump wants this chaos. He wants confusion. And yes, he wants more violence on our streets. We cannot give him what he wants. We must protest loudly, urgently, but also peacefully. Indeed, as hard as we will fight in the courts and at
I didn't say it. You guys didn't say it. The haters didn't say it. This man said it. We must. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't delete the video. It's out there. We must protest. We must. And he goes on to say, get your cell phones ready, get them charged, continue, protest and agitate the ICE agents. These ICE agents are Democrats, Republicans, gay, straight, Hispanic, and black. They're out there doing their job. They're out there taking these illegal people. Get them the hell out of here. Drop them off at Somalia. Let them run around butt naked. Send them back to Mexico. We don't want them here. Come here, legal. Don't cheat the system. I'm getting sick of it. I'm sick that we are suffering. We gotta lay low. We gotta be careful. Bullshit. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. And I'm not saying he needs to come out and put a Trump hat on. He doesn't have to put this cap on. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to high five Donald Trump. Not at all. He doesn't even have to agree. But he better respect the law and the president of the United States for keeping your city and state for collapsing. People getting injured and leading to death. You better say the right words, the proper ways to come on and say, hey, we need to respect the ICE agents. We don't have to support Donald Trump on future elections and a Republican. That's fine if he wants to say that. But I gotta tell you, we want you off the street. We don't force protest. I know you're mad. You feel anger. Stay home, or you will be arrested and put in jail. That's what a governor should say. That's what a Republican governor should say. That's what a Democrat governor should say. White, black, gay, woman. By the way, have you seen Mayor Pete Buttigieg today live? That guy wants to run for president. He wants to be president. Have you hear him, how soft he speaks? Ladies and gentlemen, does he sound like a president? Pete Buttigieg? Does Gavin Newsom sound like a president? Does Kamala Harris sound like a president? Does Tim Walz sound like a president? Madami? We can go on and on. Do any of them sound like a president? No, of course not. You know what they sound like? They hate us. And by the way, I'll go a little farther. They don't love this. They don't love the illegals. Do you guys understand? They don't love them. They don't love them. They're just using them so they can have power and win 55% over the. We will not win, guys. There will be no way to win. You'll be like the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jets. You will not win. We will continue to lose. But see, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the point. It's not about being MAGA. It's not about being a conservative or a Democrat. It's about saving the Constitution. It's saving this beautiful land, not encouraging these protests. This man belongs, in my opinion, what we've just heard, encouraging these horrific protests and saying that, calling out Kristi Noem, and Donald Trump. That for me is enough to start. And by the way, just today, the DOJ has issued a subpoena for Tim Walz and start the investigation of Mayor Jacob Frey. Now, start it and put him behind bars. All right, we're going to listen into the rest of this just in case the new viewers are just coming in, and then we're going to watch some of the protests. So sit back and get your popcorn on.
The ballot box, we cannot and will not let violence prevail. You're angry, I'm angry. Angry is not a strong enough word, but we must remain peaceful. Second, you are not powerless, you are not helpless, and you are certainly not alone. All across Minnesota, people are learning about opportunities, not just to resist, but to help people who are in danger. Thousands upon thousands.
Thank you for the donation.
Are going to be relying
Dark
on
Bora,
mutual aid
thank
in
you.
the days and weeks to come, and they need our support.
Appreciate it.
Tonight, I want to share another way you can help. Witness. Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. You have an absolute...
Ladies and gentlemen, do you hear what he said? Are we missing this? Because this is the last time I'm going to play it. Do you hear what he said? Help us. Help us. witness. Are we missing these words? Help us, Minneapolis, help us and witness. Help us, witness. Listen to these words. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a prosecutor, but listen.
Right. To peacefully film ICE agents as they conduct these activities. So carry your phone with you at all times.
Huh.
And if you see these ICE agents in your neighborhood, take out that phone and hit record. Help us create a database of the atrocities against Minnesotans, not just to establish a record for posterity, but to bank evidence for future prosecution. The third thing I want to say to you tonight is, we will not have to live like this forever. Accountability is coming at the voting booth and in court. We will reclaim our communities from Donald Trump. We will reestablish a sense of safety for our neighbors, and we will bring an end to this moment of chaos, confusion, and trauma. We will find a way to move forward, and we'll do it together, and we'll not be alone. Every day, we are working with business leaders, faith leaders, legal experts, and elected officials from across this country. They've all seen what Donald Trump is trying to do to our state, and they...
Hold on. What did he just say? What did he just say? He said across this country. Okay, those words, across the country, the words we, the words get out your cell phones, for me, the subpoena, that's why he's been, let me tell you, I don't think he's getting enough sleep. You know why, ladies and gentlemen? He's saying some crazy, stupid words. You know why? He's feeling the heat. He knows, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, my name is Sal. I appreciate like and subscribe and come on board. Thank you. I don't know what you're waiting for, because we're gonna uncover more stuff on Gavin Newsom next. Okay, this man is spreading it to other states. Okay, so he's going to get subpoenaed. I think he's worried because of all the fraud. And he did say this. He said multiple times, I knew, I quote, this was Tim Walz, this is not me. I knew about the fraud. I'm sorry. All right, he didn't say I was involved in the fraud, but I knew about it. So for me, either way, he's either a stupid governor, or he was in on it. I've said this multiple times for the viewers who are new to this channel. Either way, this man needs to go. So he either needs to go to jail, or he needs to go step down and go live on some farm somewhere on our taxpayer money. This is crazy what we just heard. All right, we got about another 2 minutes of this. For one more, this is the last time I'm going to play it.
Business leaders, faith leaders, legal experts, and elected officials from across this country. They've all seen what Donald Trump is trying to do to our state, and they know their states could be next. And that brings me to the fourth thing I want to say tonight, Minnesota, how incredibly proud I am of the way that you've risen to meet this unbearable moment. But I'm not at all surprised, because this is who we are. Minnesotans believe in the rule of law, and Minnesotans believe in the dignity of all people. We're a place where there's room for everybody, no matter who you are or who you love or where you came from.
I like that word, crook.
Samuel.
Kids.
We take care of our neighbors, and we look out for those in the
Who else thinks he's a crook in this chat?
We're an island of decency in a country being driven towards cruelty. We will remain an island of decency, of justice, of community, of peace. And tonight I come before you simply to ask, don't let anyone take that away from us. Thank you, protect each other, and may God bless the people of Minnesota.
Well, there you go, folks. There you go. There you go. Hold on. We're going to talk. So there you go, folks. That's a governor. That is a governor who's leading, encouraging, enhance, whatever words you want to use, a crook. But here's a man who is pretty much telling his residents and the people, where's he at? You don't see him out in the streets. Of course not. to protect. We need to stand behind. Join us. Join us. Come with us. Get your phones out. So, you know, people, you can't blame the people, right? Now think about it. Young people, most of these people are young. I would say these people are protesting probably 18 to 40. There's a few exceptions. So by the way, they're still on protest right now. They're still protesting. Still protests in Minneapolis. I never thought I'd see the United States. Other countries are looking at us, watching us very closely. And you know what they're thinking? What the hell happened? All right, here we go. So this is, here we go again. Over a week now of protests, more protests. Here we go. Here we go. This is Tim Walz. Looks like, here we go. Snow in there. Snow in there. Walz needs to go to jail. How many in the chat? How many in the chat think Tim Walz belongs in jail like tonight? Like this evening, the Friday night, right now? And the mayor. And the mayor. Jacob. Jacob Frey. Jacob Frey. Jacob Frey. Thank you, Maribel, for being here. Shout out to the moderators, Mike M., Janine, Crystal. Don't peek. Thank you for being here. Thank you, moderators. That's probably Tim Walz. That's probably Tim. That's the governor. Probably having a steak dinner and driving by, beeping a horn. Go ahead, protest. Yeah, this is live. This is live right now. I hear you, James. Yeah, the protesters had fire earlier, and the fire department made them put it out. They think they can just start fires on the street. This isn't a campsite. This is not a campsite. What state? This is Minneapolis. This is in Minnesota. The only thing that's beautiful right now is the snow. That's the only thing that's beautiful here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, excuse me. The ice ages and the snow. Insane, folks. Insane. Jail. Tim Walz in jail. Subscribers are saying, Tim Walz in jail. Tim Walz in jail. Put him in jail. Jacob Frey, the mayor. Put him in jail too. Thank you, Maribel. Thank you. Yeah, we lost a little sound here, but once again, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have a governor and a mayor and city officials and a congresswoman, illegal, Ilhan Omar. Those three, in my opinion, should be investigated. And by the way, for those who are just coming in, not knowing what's going on here, Donald Trump, after over a week now, 9, 10, 11 days of these riots they call peaceful protests, there's been the DOJ has issued a subpoena on the mayor, Jacob Frey, and Governor Tim Walz, and they are fighting. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll see if we can get some volume back. I mean, pretty much the volume is just cussing, F-ice, and... But once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I know a lot of you are disappointed on the people. I know, I feel you. I am too. But ladies and gentlemen, when you have leadership, when you have a governor, once again, who's coming out publicly 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 2 days ago, this evening, telling these residents that we stand behind you, please protest, please protest, please spread the word, please spread the word, use your cell phones. Hey, JD Hudson number 2, thank you for your donation. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you all for the like. Appreciate it. Once again, my name is Sal. We've been covering this ongoing craziness in Minneapolis. It's erupted in Portland, California, and in these governors. Now in Florida, there was reports, maybe some people who live in Florida can voice their opinion on the comment, that they had a problem today. They arrested a woman, I believe. But guess what? She will not get out of jail. They have a strong governor there. You know, whether you support him or not, he's a strong governor. But in majority of the blue states and these radical left government affairs. Here we go. Got some sound back. Don't care. No, Florida don't play that shit. That's from a loyal subscriber. Susu, thank you for putting that in the chat. Hey, thank you for being here. Now, here, I think ice agents are coming in.
Of course. How you doing, sir?
Carmen, good evening, Carmen. Shout out to our loyal subscriber, Carmen. Thanks for being here once again, supporting this channel, Carmen. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Mike, Janine, Maribel. Hey, did anybody find Thank you, all new subscribers. We appreciate it. Yeah, the only thing that kind of looks nice here this evening is the beautiful snow falling from the sky. Beautiful snow from the sky, the ice agents. Once again, if you're just coming in, ladies and gentlemen, the ICE agents, they want to go out. They want to exchange money. They want to support Mexican restaurants.
The fires are not, the called for Minneapolis.
All right, what?
The fires are out. They're out.
They want the fires out.
We already explained to your police brothers,
This
but
is the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. If the fires are relit,
we just talked to you. We just had a conversation with you.
They want the fires out. I didn't see any more fires, but maybe they're not.
We literally just talked to that guy.
It very well could be Ozzy, Mr. Ozzy Ray. It very well could be yellow somewhere. And then it wouldn't be beautiful, or maybe it would. I don't see any fire here, but they did have, what they were referring to and alluding to was, ladies and gentlemen, they had fires. They had fires. They thought they were at a campsite. And they had fires, to stay warm. They thought that they were at a campsite. Nice flag, huh? Make America great again, huh? Take your flags back. I have to turn the camera. I can't. I'm glad I'm not there. I mean, where's the USA flag? Once again, the Democrats don't care about United States of America. Don't worry, I have a flag here for you guys. Don't worry, I have a flag here. We have a flag here. Hold on. I got a flag here for you guys. There we go. I got your flag right here. God bless the United States of America. Let ICE clean up our cities, our states. I got your flag right here. I'm proud to be an American. Go back. Go back. Sorry, guys, but it just gets to you. But you know what? How much you think they're getting paid? Anybody? How much you think these protesters get paid in the snow tonight? Last night? Last week? Take a guess. How much they getting paid? I wonder how much they're getting paid. Someone said $100 a day. I believe it's higher than $100. $100,000 a year. Michael, probably closer, Michael. A subscriber said 1 to 2. I would say about $180, $200.
It's a Chevy G. You don't know if it's on a fob or anything.
I would say closer to $200 a day.
Yeah, I think they were lost during the.
Somebody said 0. I would say that 85%, maybe 90% of these are paid protesters. I would say 80 are paid. $1,000 a day, somebody said. Whoa, $1,000. $1,000 a day. Go home.
Right here. Get your hot chocolate.
$150 a day. 1,000 group rate, $20 a day. Easy $1,500. $1,500 a day. Hey, thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Thank you. Nuggets. Thank you for the happy poop. Thank you so much. $200 a day, daily.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Now, once again, folks, if you're just coming in to chat, first of all, hope you're doing well. God bless you and your family, and God bless the United States of America, and God bless President Trump, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, and the rest of the cabinets, and an amazing leadership. Now, just earlier today, Donald Trump, the DOJ, has issued a subpoena for Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Frey on the words that most of us watched on them pretty much agitating corruption, not only in Minneapolis, but they're encouraging other people to spread this to other states, particularly blue states like California, New York, Chicago. We know who they are, right? So that's where the fires were, guys. At least they had bricks. At least they were but it's illegal, guys. You don't start fires, let alone be here. Are we missing the point? Hey, welcome in, Palon. I don't know if I say hello. God bless you. Hey, shout out to Texas. If you're new, let us know where you're coming in from. And if you are in Minneapolis, please let us know what you're hearing on local news. Well, the real news. Let us know what you're hearing. What are you seeing other than snow? What are you hearing about Governor Tim Walz and the mayor? Are they calling anybody up and ask them how they're doing? When I say them, shout out to Kentucky, Carmen. Are they asking anybody, families who lost loved ones due to the rapists and murders and illegal immigrants? Let us know what you're hearing. More ice. Yeah, they're going to be bringing in more. So once again, this has been going on for what, 9-10 days now? What's up in Jersey? Shout out to Jersey. Toms River, Vineland, Brixton, Camden, Cherry Hill. What's going on in Jersey? So right now you have, this is not Jersey, but this is Minneapolis. Weak governor, corrupted. Well, not corrupted, just horrible. We got Pennsylvania. Union, New Jersey. Tough people in Union. Tough. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting sick and tired of these. I don't like to say Democrat because they're not Democrats. What's going on in the Bronx? They would be putting up with this in the Bronx. I know that for sure. What's going on in Michigan? Whoops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I am not from Minnesota. But you know what? Real quick, I don't know what this guy's singing, but whatever it is, it's horrible. I'm not from Minnesota, but let me just say this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 1,372 in the chat. Let's not hate on Minneapolis. Let's not hate in Minnesota. There's very, very hard-working men and women, people that are working hard. They're Democrats, they're Republicans, right? Let's be honest. And I bet you majority of what I just said, 95%, do not agree with this. They don't agree with Tim Walz not stepping into the fraud and encouraging protesters, right? So we should not hate on Minneapolis and Minnesota. There's nice people there, hardworking people, right? And I know I don't like the flag. I want to see a United States flag. I think these people should probably be arrested. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It's not their fault. When you have a leadership that is telling you to do this, and in my opinion, getting paid, guess what? They're going to do it. They're going to do it. It's going to cause chaos. It's a shame. And he calls out Donald Trump. And he calls out Kristen Noem. I mean, come on. Don't know what the hell they're doing. Once again, shout out to the moderators to moderate the channel. Big shout out to Janine, Mike, Richard, Crystal, Maribel. If I missed any of the moderators, I apologize. Thank you for your support and continuing your support, and also fighting for us on this channel for some of these little people, some of the spam that's in here. So thank you, moderators. Thank you, all my little subscribers and new subscribers and most recent subscribers. We do appreciate it. Once again, I don't know what the hell they're doing. If you are new to the channel, we have a homeless channel that we help out the homeless people here in Las Vegas. So we appreciate all your support. But here you go. Thank you, Carmen. I got to tell you, though, I hope that Trump reconsiders. I hope that, pardon me, guys, I hope that President Trump reconsiders and implements the Insurrection Act. What do you guys think to Minnesota? Because it does a couple things. Most importantly, it will clean this shit up. It will take control of Minneapolis, but also it will help the investigation, subpoena, and get Tim Walz behind bars. And Jacob Frey, the mayor. So I hope that President Trump reconsiders. But then again, maybe he's just playing chess. Maybe he doesn't want to say everything he wants to do. It just could be that he doesn't want to come out and say it publicly, right? Yes or no? So maybe he still will.
Shit! Fucking please! You guys get somebody else? You? Jesus, go now!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're ready to attack. Uh-oh. What we got here?
We just did things legally! Eat shit!
Once again, viewer discretion is advised.
DCJ 1914. Get that Nazi information. Oh, fuck you too, bitch. Florida. I fucking hate Florida.
They hate Florida. Did you guys hear that in Florida? I bet you guys in Florida are saying, hey, thank you. We don't want you here. We don't want your Democrat shit in Florida, right? Yes or no? They hate Florida. Anybody happy? We hate Florida, they said. Mr. Potato. I mean, you heard what they said? We hate Florida. What's Florida got to do with this? Hey, off the subject, how's the weather in Florida? I heard it's cold in Florida tonight. Cold front. Not like here, though. Not like here. 65 degrees in Florida. Wow. Wow. Make facts great again. Somebody fart on them. Yeah, they just named a street after Donald Trump, President Trump. Did everybody hear about that? They just named a street, 65 degrees in Florida. Trump Street. Trump Street. Take it or leave it. I love it. Trump Street. Trump. Trump, Trump, Trump. Everybody in the chat. Trump, Trump, Trump. President Trump. Don't peek. I don't know if I say hello to you. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. God bless you and your beautiful family. Don't peek. Thank you for coming in. I know you've been busy. Thank you. Don't peek. Appreciate you, my friend. In so many ways, don't peek. Thank you. Shout out to Maribel. Shout out to Maribel. Trump Boulevard. Uh-oh, here we go. Like the language? You're never ending, yep.
Why are you helping the enemy, dude?
Fuck yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Wow.
Nobody's making you do this. You can just not.
Just because you're a white man don't mean you're a shit.
Get out of here.
You're gonna lose the same rights as us, you fucking idiot.
Go solve the actual rules that help the people.
Fuck you.
Not the fucking
Fuck
Nazis.
you!
Fuck you, pig.
Once again, viewer discretion advised, folks.
We gon' be alright.
Your mama hates you too.
We gon' be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright.
But this is the language that's coming out of leadership. Jacob Frey, he told ICE, get the F out.
Nazi helper. Nazi helper. Nazi helper. Your mother is a hoe. Your mother is a hoe. She
What a terrible mouth that young lady has, huh?
I am his mother, and I'm telling you, if you were my kid, I'd fucking hate you too.
Sounds like she hates everybody. Sounds like she's having a really bad night.
Look at his dad in the street for the shot.
They do want to kill him.
We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright.
More Nazis coming.
More Nazis are coming.
Nazis.
Every time the ICE agents come by,
These folks are sleeping in their white hair tonight. You have to go that far because they're scared that we go and hunt them.
you heard that guy? Let's go hunt him. Did you hear what he said? So periodically the ICE agents go around in circles, and you hear the names. I'm not going to repeat it. You hear them. You hear the names. You see the names. You see the graffiti. You see what they've done in Minneapolis. You see what they're spreading. You see what the governor says. You see what the mayor's saying. You see what's happening. That was the local sheriff.
Come some more Nazis. Fuck you! Fuck you!
Thank you, Maribel.
How do you want some pizza?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just coming in, we've had about 10 days of these violent, riot, terrible, organized
Nazis!
leadership. I gotta tell you, if I was an ICE agent and I was going to get hungry and eat, I would not trust any of the small business. I'm sorry. You know, I would have my food, make my own food. There was reports earlier this afternoon, ICE agents sat down at a Mexican restaurant to eat, relax, support small business, and literally the food was horrible, it was cold. Who knows what they did to the food? Yelling at them. But once again, folks, we seen about 30 minutes ago of the governor, the mayor speak. And where are they at? I can tell you where they're at. It's Friday night. They're having dinner, right? They're heading home. They don't care about these people. They certainly don't care about ICE agents. You know, the word Nazis coming from Tim Walz.
You Nazis!
There you go, Nazis again.
Fucking piece of shit! You bitch ass motherfucker!
Once again, viewer discretion is advised. Whiskey Tango, thank you. Looks like they're handing out pizza. You know, they're taking care of each other. They got some pizza. Anybody getting hungry? Not for that pizza. Not that pizza. I wouldn't want that pizza. Prince, thank you so much. Happy 26. But what a start to 26, huh? But don't worry, it's going to get better. Once again, thank you for the donations on this live stream. We appreciate it. We appreciate all donations, memberships. Once again, I'm Sal. Like and subscribe. Come on board as we are going to continue covering chaos. Minneapolis erupts again. Tim Walz, Mayor Frey are encouraging these people to be out here on a Friday night in the snow. Some snow is white, some snow is orange. Just put it out there. Some could be orange. And periodically the ICE agents to come around and the sheriff, and you hear the language. They get real close to the cars. Well, yeah, they got all their supplies, pizza, water, firewood. They told them to take the firewood out. Skytrip 5273, appreciate that, thank you. Thank you for the likes on this live stream, we appreciate it. Kind of nuts what's happening in the world as of late, Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I hope I'm wrong, folks. I do. I really hope I'm wrong. But I continue to say this is only the beginning. Unless Trump reconsiders and implements the Insurrection Act that was implemented in 1807. He can do it. And force the U.S. military and National Guards into Minneapolis. And more than that, subpoena. The DOJ has issued subpoenas on Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Frey. I want that Insurrection Act applied now. Now. Hey, Cooper, long-time member. I just want to turn the camera around when we have 17 months of membership and say hi. God bless. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your membership. 17 months. Hard to believe. Time goes quick. Time goes quick. That's why you should not invest or put your time on the streets of Minneapolis or California, and do not get involved in any of this. But Government says it's okay. It's legal. It's fine. Implement the act. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that $20 donation. Jill, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Why y'all taking kids? Why y'all going to bed?
I will say this. I will say this.
Hey, they're gonna take yours. Hey, watch out.
I think it's because of the weather.
Watch out, George.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! There we go. There we go. There we go. Here we go, chaos. Here we go. Whoa, whoa. There's that woman. That's a warning. Whoa. Lock her up. Arrest her. They got him. I think it's a him. Here we go. It's getting crazy, folks. It's getting crazy. Here we go. Here we go. They thought they were sleeping. Whoa. Oh, she's crying. I guess it was a she, a he. Doesn't matter. They're crying. Thought you were a tough guy, huh? Or a tough woman. They got him. Whoa! Chaos! Look at this guy. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Whoa! Well, you won't be cold. You won't be cold. You're going into jail. Felony. You interfere, you go to jail. I was just going to say things were calming down. It's crazy. I honestly, I was going to say things are calming down. But no. Unbelievable. Nazis.
You're a fucking piece of shit. Every day, we make 15 to 20 reports. People being assaulted, people being killed, people being raped, and they do fucking nothing. Nothing. And then they tell us, oh, we're being angry at the ICE agents. Yeah, we're being angry because you're not fucking following the laws. That's it. We just want them to follow the fucking laws, and they do nothing but protect them.
Okay.
Those people just got fucking assaulted. Those agents
No.
have no jurisdiction over any American citizens. And yet they sat there and did fucking nothing. Fuck you. And tell Swan to fucking wit. I said that. Fuck you.
Viewer discretion advised.
Oh, they sprayed water on the fucking street. It's a natural fucking resource. You fucking cunts. There's a new one. Maybe who was it?
Well, he got it out of his system, huh? He's wrong about everything he said. You guys seen it. They interfered. They interfered. They crossed the line. And they're not stopping. Guys, I gotta light a cigar, so I promise you I'll go right back to it. But I can't. Let me just do this real quick. Gotta light a cigar. I was going to say is it was calming down, not the language, and boom, they interfered. That guy is so wrong. So wrong. And he was older. Looked like he was older.
You do nothing to help us. Nazi collaborators. Fuck you. I got fucking assaulted by a fucking ice shooting in a cop. My wife is pissed off. She goes up the Mr. Glove here it is. He literally rolls up the window and drives away. We talked to a police chief. Our police chief said, I will not jeopardize my 30-year career to impede in ICE activity.
I think did they get that one lady with the pizza box, guys? I think they also arrested that lady with the pizza. With the bad language, I think they also arrested her. I'm pretty sure they got her. I don't see her.
Fucking tired of all of this. We all are. We fucking brutalized 3 weeks fucking straight. Fuck these Nazis. And fuck that pedophile Donald Trump! Yeah! Fuck yeah!
All right, so what is going on? I'm going to lower this just for about 10 seconds, guys. Welcome in all new subscribers. You see the title. Earlier today, President Trump and the DOJ has issued subpoenas for Tim Walz, the governor, if you call him a governor, and Mayor Jacob Frey. We know him, right? The guy with the funny hair parted in. Anyhow, they are subpoenaing them because of the language, and not the cussing, not the language of them cuss, but the language that most of us seen an hour ago now on them, pretty much encouraging violence, telling them to protest, put out their cell phones. Bring out their cell phones, put them in the face of the ICE agents, spread it worldwide or statewide. We need to take charge of President Trump. They don't call him president, they call him Trump, of course, right? And what we had now was, I think, 2 arrests. This is because they feel that the ICE agents are Nazis. You hear them, right? They're Nazis. What they don't understand is these ICE agents are Democrats, Republicans, gay, straight, white, black, Hispanic. They're doing their job. They put politics apart. They do what's necessary to keep these people safe, take out people that are illegal, and send them back. We had Venezuela, 3 arrested 2 nights ago. Great flag, huh? And ICE agent was hurt. He was released from the hospital, and he can't even see his family. The death threats from the ICE agent who shot, listen to this, folks, a Venezuela male who was wanted for crime. He didn't belong here. And these Democrats, not just these people, but the government, Chuck Schumer, the leader of the Democrat Party, another piece of shit, pretty much, you think they call the ICE agents, say, are you okay? Of course not. But these people don't understand, and a lot of these people, I'm going to continue to say, I would say 85% are paid protesters. I like to know who's funding this. I like to know who's behind this. Who's running this. We know about Antifa, but who else is behind it? Who else is supporting? Let the ICE agents do their job. Let President Trump, who's a leader, not a follower, Do what's necessary. Now they're going to go after the sheriff, it looks like. They're tough guys until they get down in the snow and arrested, right? Once they get those
tax dollars, state and federal.
they're taxpayers.
Yeah, he's just sitting on his fucking phone. Hey, this one right here. This one's actively cheating on his fucking wife. Give me a Bro, my business is...
This guy needs to be arrested right here. This man. Uh-oh. I have a feeling this guy's next. This guy's next.
I could have got plugged.
That guy's next. What do you think in the chat? Yes or no? Is that guy going to go down? He's waiting. Oh, he's coming back.
That's against the law now. Yeah, that's not okay. That's against the law.
He thinks he's above the law, this man.
As of today, you're not doing shit about it. As of today, that was illegal. Read the news. I know. Read the news. You guys are supporting that. You guys support what's happening right now. Aren't you supposed to be protecting and serving? Do you support it?
I had enough with this guy.
Do you support what's happening right now?
I'm taking this guy down.
Have a light out. Hey, supporting people.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
These white fucking racist guys would pull us
Are you fucking
Those racist fucking sisters built us. We need to take care of each other. And these fucking goofies, they're not even fucking trained. You guys go through years of training, even though I don't agree with the overseer fucking slavery system. You guys go through years of training. These fucking goofies.
Whose orders are you following?
They could do 6 paid push-ups and they're fucking hired. I went through 6 months of fucking training before I could even get in the field.
All right. So this guy, this man, sounds like he wanted to be a government. He probably wanted to be a cop,
Degree, no academy.
but he couldn't pass the test. He couldn't do a couple push-ups.
I just sat in my fucking car for 8 hours.
What a joke. What a joke.
You work for us.
Pull your damn pants up. There's the snowplow. Gotta keep the streets clean. Gotta keep the streets clean, right? Ah, man. What? That man sounded like he wanted to be a police officer at some point in his life, but couldn't do a push-up.
People are doing their invading our state.
Hey, we have a lot more respect for you if you actually protected our freedom.
I mean, if you stood out in the cold, even it would be worth your paycheck.
No good cops in a broken system. No good cops in a broken system. No good cops in a broken system.
What? Is he finally gonna be a fucking Jew?
Look me in the eyes and tell me it's right. It's not right, sir. Sir, it's not right. What they're doing is not right.
Paylon, thank you. I really appreciate that, Paylon. Thank you, my friend.
They're homes for families and they're killing them.
I'm glad we're spending good money.
What do you guys think? Think that man will get arrested? Think that man with the beard will get arrested? Probably the oldest one I can make out.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, motherfucker! You guys are definitely more Nuremberg cases?
I don't, Jill, it upsets me. That really upsets me the most, is that flag. This is not a soccer game. This is not a soccer game. We're in the United States of America. All right, we got some music. Sorry, but they're playing some music here. I'm trying to avoid some of the copyrights. Yeah, that the flag. I tell you, the flag upsets me. I got something for everybody in here. I got something for everybody here. I got all good Betsy Ross, the American flag. Huh? Yeah, they had some music on. I try to avoid the some of the copyrights of the music. I think the music's done. Car drove by with some actually, I did like the song. Nothing against the song, but just the copyrights. So, for those who are coming in, the federal agents, every now and then will drive by. Excuse me, pardon me. The ICE agents will coming around, and you hear the language. There's been at least 2 arrests that I've seen. I'm sure there's been arrests earlier. I want to see where that guy went with the beard. He's trying to dance. He's making an effort. But anyhow, guys, bring these up to date. This has probably been the quietest it's been as far as the amount of people, because I'm sure the snow has a lot to do with it. But the Trump has stated, he did talk about the Insurrection Act, but today he says we're probably not going to do it for right now. But the DOJ has issued subpoenas for the governor and the mayor to resign, or excuse me, not resign. I beg your pardon. It's been a long stream, guys. Sorry, but to subpoena them, arrest them for their language, not language as far as cuss, but their language as far as pretty much encouraging these protesters. Each and every day now for approximately what? Maybe 9 days, 10 days since the woman who interfered with the ICE agents, who made a very bad decision. may she rest in peace. But like, folks, while I got a little quieter here, for those who are coming in, listen. The woman, Renee Good, okay, I said her name. That woman, it's a shame because these people, they get hypnotized, they get paid, in my opinion, and they drive to these other states, they get involved, and the wife, the lesbian wife, okay, nothing wrong being a lesbian, but the wife did nothing at all to help the situation. If it was my wife, I would hope if I was getting hot-headed, first of all, I wouldn't be there, but if I was doing wrong, I would hope that my wife or anybody's watching, your husband, your partner, would help you get out of the car and say, hey, honey, ma'am, whatever she called her, they're going to arrest you. It's better to be arrested than not be unalive, right? A woman who had 3 kids, beautiful kids, I'm sure. And nobody talks about this. Well, maybe other people are talking about it. She should have said, hey, don't interfere. We did too much. Get out of the car. She would have been arrested and probably been released with bail, but she would have been alive. Her day would have went into court, but no. And that's what happens, folks. These ICE agents are not here. They're ICE agents to do their job, and that's it. And that's that. All right. There's not many of them left. Not many of them left. But the ones that are left, like that guy. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to sit down with you for a couple minutes. I'm going to read some comments. It's that time of the night. They're still showing the flag. We don't need to see that flag, right? We don't need to see other country flags. Not at all. Enough is enough. And look, majority of these people are young. The man with the beard, though, he looked like he was a little older. You would think that older man, he looked older than them, right? You would think he'd have a little common sense to say, but you know what? Sounds like to me, he probably wanted to be a police officer or something. Probably never passed the physical test, mental test, whatever. And you would think he would show a little bit of adult supervising leadership. You know what I mean? What's this world come to? You would think he would say, hey, maybe I'll just stay back. But no. But again, folks, listen. When you have a governor and a mayor and a congresswoman who's illegal, who married her brothers, who's making millions of dollars, who's also encouraging, allegedly involved in big fraud with child care, health care, Medicaid, SNAP benefits. When they see them in Minneapolis encouraging them to protest, we heard it. Most of us heard it. And if you didn't see it, you can just go back and watch it. You can go back and watch it on this live. It's a little easier. Or you can go on YouTube. It's all over. NBC, ABC, fake news CNN. Well, fake news CNN, they're not going to show it. They're going to get the F out. But anyhow, you get my point. But you see what they're saying. So these people that are not getting paid, they're saying it's okay. It's fine. Imagine you're 18. We all been 18, right? Some are 18 years old on here now. Some are 12 years old. Don't belong here. But, we were all young. Not that any of us would do this. But you listen. You listen. You believe that President Trump's Hitler. You believe the ICE agents are bad. You believe they're all one-sided. They're not. They're all mixed up in politics. You're going to do these activities. The ones who are not getting paid. You're going to do it. And unfortunately, it's going to get worse. I hope I'm wrong, but it's probably going to end up getting worse. I just hope that Trump will reconsider the insurrection. I hope he does Insurrection Act and take control of Minneapolis. And I hope that we can see Governor Tim Walz, if he's the governor, and this mayor be put behind bars. Because what happens is, if they don't do this, take a guess in the chat what's going to happen next. Right. It's going to end up being in Chicago. We've seen it in California. It's going to escalate in California. And speaking of California, you will see in the next days or weeks, huge amount of fraud from the governor, another piece of shit governor, Gavin Newsom. Fraud in many areas. Homeless, that we help out on here. We help because the local government's not doing anything. But he got millions of dollars, if not billion, from assistance from his own administration, Biden and Trump, to help out homeless, the fires, Powell State fires, remember that? We didn't forget, right? And money for daycare. And thank you for all the donations, by the way, and the hearts. And where'd that money go? Well, I'll tell you where it went. It went into the city officials and Gavin Newsom and his chief of staff and all those people. So he's another one they need to investigate. I'm tired. Are you guys tired of them just investigating? Trump will go down as the best president ever. I want to see these people allegedly held responsible for these actions and put in jail. And I don't care if they're Republicans doing it. Because somebody asked me today, oh, you think the Republicans don't do it? Maybe. Maybe they are. I don't care who they are. If they're breaking the law and taking the money away from our taxpaying money, more importantly, for the people who need Medicaid and SNAP benefits and child care assistance, well, that's a shame. How did this world end up like that, where we care more about the illegals? Because in 2022, President Biden, if you call him a president, the committee let all these people come in. He knew about it when before his mind went to Alzheimer's, whatever, dementia. He knew it. Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen, you don't think Kamala Harris didn't know about the fraud? Sure she did. Sure. That's why she went after Tim Walz. Because even my Democrat friends are like, oh my God, why did she pick him? Why did she go after the astronaut, Cooper? Another piece of shit is coming out. Or why didn't she go after Josh Shapiro? I believe it's Shapiro in Pennsylvania. She had other candidates, but no, she wanted Tim Walz because she knew about the fraud. Let's be honest, and hoping that they can cover it up. Well, she was a puppet too. She was just doing what Chuck Schumer. And by the way, if you are a Democrat on here, because I was asked this question over and over, do you think there's any Democrats qualified? Yeah, maybe. You'll never hear about them because there's men and women out there who maybe support Trump on, I don't know how you can be against Trump on this, the protests, open borders, right? We can debate on tariffs, even though they're working, but they don't have a way that's better. But there are decent Democrats out there. Okay, I won't vote for them. When I say decent, they're not corrupted. They're just not, on board with a lot of things. But I'm sure there's some decent ones who'll say, hey, I don't like what's going on in Minneapolis. I liked what Trump did, close the borders. I'm against him on this. I'm against him on this. I'm for him on this. I'm half and half on this. Stay with me. You'll never, ever hear about those candidates. They're out there. You won't hear it. Why? They don't want them involved. They're worried. As soon as they say they agree with Trump on one or two things, or one, just one, they're out. When I say they're out, you're not going to hear about their names. They want corruption, socialism. They want us to be like other countries, like Venezuela, Cuba. And speaking of Cuba, are you all for making Cuba free? Because I think we're going to see that real soon. Real soon. We have a real president love him or hate him, you better respect him and get over it. Like the flag says behind me, he won the election on a landslide, a knockout, first round. Majority of the people, he won the people's vote. The election was over. It was too big to rig. And for me, he'll be the greatest president soon as he puts these people in jail. Right now, he's very good. I want to see him put these people and held responsible for their actions and the words that we've seen an hour ago. Now, with that said, I'm going to jump into some comments here real quickly. Once again, hey, thank you, moderators. Thank you for the donations on here. Thank you for the memberships. I appreciate all the new subscribers. There's really nothing else to show. They're trying to make snowballs and jumping around. Love Trump? Absolutely. Absolutely. What happened an hour ago? Well, first of all, thank you for your comment. You can go back and watch it. We were listening to Governor Tim Walz on agitating certain words that were out to the demonstrators and riots and whatever you want to call them. They arrested at least 2 individuals. I think one was a female. It doesn't matter. They're arrested. Should what? Trump what? Yeah, Trump should do a lease deal on green. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's coming next. Welcome in, Tish. I see a lot of subscribers from last night. I see a lot of subscribers from last week. I see a lot of new names on here. If you're new, be free to let us know if you feel comfortable. What city and state you're coming in from. And I see a lot of my loyal subscribers, and it's not on notice. We appreciate it. We really do. Thank you. Minnesota. You're coming in from Minnesota. What are you hearing in Minnesota as far as people, Democrats, Republicans, just people, hardworking, tax-paying people? What are you hearing? California is a huge mess. It's been a mess for many. Shout out to Minneapolis. Shout out to New York. Shout out. So, Kelly, you're in Minnesota. What are you hearing from the hardworking people? You know, what are you hearing at the pizza place, the bars? What are you hearing on the street? What are you hearing from as far as the governor goes? I mean, I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Anybody from Minnesota? Hey, shout out to Atlanta, Georgia, and Kansas, Tennessee. We got a few people saying F ICE in the chat. What's happening in Illinois? Are they next? When I say next, what's going on in Philly? Too bad the Eagles were 1 and out. Marine, God bless you. Thank you for your service. Marine, more ice. Now, those who are saying F ICE, they just don't know. They're little people, young people, or older people that are still young, don't grow up, don't understand. You can't blame them. They don't understand. They hear from they hear the governor, they hear the mayor saying it. So, go Iran. Yeah, we're going to be covering that, guys. Speaking of Iran, we're going to be covering that probably tomorrow. Thank you, Carmen. Yeah, once again, Carmen, thank you for all your support. Thank you, all of you, for supporting the homeless community. We have lots of shorts. We're out there. When I say we, a lot of us on here for your support. Me and my family out there each and every day, giving back to a homeless community, not asking them who they are. We don't care. They're Americans. We're going to help them out. We don't want them to go. If we can help them out with a meal, a place to stay, that's what we do. So thank you, Carmen, for bringing that up and all your support on those shorts and your comments and liking. It really, really helps the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for all of you who are helping out our homeless population and supporting the likes and comments. Whether you agree or disagree, we're going to be talking more about that. So stay tuned to notifications. All right. I'm going to read a few more comments real quick. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday evening. Thank you, Mike. Yes, memberships. Low price. $1.99. 100%. We are fortunate to help out the homeless people. So it is a great cause. So we thank you for doing that. And thank you, moderator Mike, Janine, Crystal. Also, prayers and thoughts for a loyal moderator and sponsorship. Lemon J was hospitalized. I'm going to be checking up on Lemon J, who's watching these videos. Had a little setback. Not going to get into the whole situation, but our prayers and thoughts for our moderator to get well. And anybody else who's suffering any kind of setback in life in any way, shape, and form, we wish you the best. Stay positive. All right, read a few more comments. Thank you for putting the USA and the flag on here. Thank you for our loyal subscriber, Whiskey Tango, who's on here every night supporting and sponsoring this channel. Yeah, I love to see the flags on here, guys. What we don't like, those flags that we're seeing from Mexico, they only belong in a soccer game or football. If you're Europe, they don't belong. These people don't belong here, let alone the flags. The hell am I saying? Flags. Get the hell out of here with your flag. Take that flag and shove it up your ass. Sorry, but it's the truth. You know that and I know that. You know? Go Trump. Absolutely. Go Trump. Go USA, Palin. Go. Help USA. Great comment. Whoever put that in here, great comment. Love that comment. That could be a Democrat, Republican. It doesn't matter. Independent. Love that. Boy, that snow's coming down in Minneapolis. Lots of snow. Lots of snow. Yeah, 28. I wish we could have Trump for a couple more years. Like 10, 20, 30. We must vote. November 3rd. Mark it in your calendar. Midterms. It's not about saving the Republican Party, the House, the Senate. It's about saving the United States of America. Otherwise, Trump won't get anything done. All you're going to hear is impeachment, impeachment, impeachment every night. So we must not sit home and hope, oh, my uncle will vote, my brother will vote, my partner will vote. No, we must vote and keep control of our nation. You thought I was going to say keep control of the House, right? No, keep control of this great United States of America. Yes or no? It's about keeping common sense. It's not about Donald Trump. It's not about the Democrat, Republican. It's about us. Common sense. Trump's not perfect, but he's a hell of a lot better than what we just had. All right, I'm going to read a few more. I love the band. I love this. It's kind of fading away. I need a new one. He's not perfect. He's pretty close. He's pretty close. Thank you for the rose, Whiskey Tango. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's get Greenland. I agree. I agree. Some of my Republican friends disagree, but you know, I say go for it. Go for it. Go now. In Italian. Do it now while we have the power. We need to do it now while we have the power. Right? Now's the time. Now's the time. Clean up the cities. Take Greenland. Get ICE out there. We got the power. Now's the time. Do we really got 500 likes on this live stream? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for those who hit the like. Appreciate it. A lot of people call Trump a mob boss. I have no problem with that. Take Canada too. Yeah, Canada, they need help. You know, if we get Greenland, you know what actually helps Canada? Do you know that? It'll help Canada. Have you graduated high school many, many years ago? Barely. Is that what you want to hear? Kind of funny though, right? I hate both parties. Somebody says I hate both parties. Thank you for your comment. Most of your comments are negative, somebody said. Oh, thank you. There was a good comment. Politics sucks. Somebody said politics sucks. Let's go MAGA. John, absolutely. Open up Cuba. Free. Cuban cigars. Cuban food. Great hardworking. The Cubans are so hardworking. All they want is freedom. Do it now while we have the power. Greenland, Cuba, Mexico. They're begging us for help. Drug cartels are running Mexico. Come. Iran need our help. They need Trump's help. Come help us. They all want our help. We'll have to keep an eye on what's going on with Venezuela. Trump hasn't decided who he wants to. There's talks he wants the vice president. It's going back and forth. The snow is falling. They cleared out the streets. Thank you, ICE. Thank you, President Trump. We'll have to keep an eye on Venezuela. We're keeping a very close eye on Iran. There's a lot of different opinions on that. Because I've talked to a very good friend of mine today. He runs a Republican Party. And his opinion, he says, no, we need to stay out of Iran. What's your thoughts on Iran? Should we step in and change the regime? I mean, who do we know? I mean, I watch the stations, Iranian stations. They're even confused. What do we do? Whiskey Tango, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Lemon J will, yes, we wish well on Lemon J and anybody else who had a little setback. Lemon J will be back sooner, real soon. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Whiskey Tango. What's your thoughts on Iran? I mean, it's all mixed up, you know, because we don't know who we can trust as far as the regime. Right now, what I'm hearing, well, what we heard from President Trump, that there hasn't been any more killing on the protests. So, but I don't know if Trump's telling us everything on that. And I'm not calling Trump. We don't know. It's a really difficult situation. In my opinion, it's not as easy as taking out a dictator in Venezuela and his wife. This is a little bit more complex. It's tough. It's tough. I've spoken to some Persian people. It's almost split in half. Some are saying, you know, they haven't talked to their mom, their dad, you know, go in and help them out. Can it cause more conflict? You know, other countries in Israel. It looks like the chat froze up for a second, so. Okay. Reading, what's that? Is it Katie? Reading your message here. Yeah, the chat froze up for a second or two. Look at that snow. Lots of snow, huh? Man, they're getting hit with snow, man. Look at that. Fire's out. People are gone. Snow's coming down. I love snow. Bring it over here. Riots are over. Well, momentary. I mean, I don't see anybody, at least on this feed here, in this particular area. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing, right? Seven Gator, how are you? For those who are saying hi, welcome in. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing very well on this Friday. Enjoying your evening. You're not getting caught up in any of these riots and massive protests, whatever you want to call them. Staying warm or staying cool wherever you're coming in from in your own home. Not getting involved in this mess. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate you. Keep American great. Love that comment. Love that comment. What's so hard about that, right? Keep American great. What's wrong with that? We got enough problems, you know, our daily working and taking care of our families and, you know, getting, you know, trying to stay positive and raising a family, taking care of your pets and loving your partner. I mean, to worry about our country not being safe, what is wrong to keeping our cities and states safer? What is wrong keeping the illegal migrants out of here and coming here the right way? As Trump says, I have no problem with them coming here. Legal. Like the Irish, like the Italians. It's a Cuban cigar. It was given to me from a very good Cuban friend. Hardworking, conservative Cuban. Very successful. So thank you. But what is wrong with not having, you know, do we support men in women's sports? Did you see what happened to the Italian boxer? And I mean, I talked to 2 days ago. 2 days ago. It was a transgender. Conservative. Does not support that. I mean, seriously. How do you support? I mean, come on. How do you force? How do you implement? What is wrong with that administration? Run by Barack Obama, run by Elizabeth Warren, run by Pete Buttigieg. Is that his name? Pete Buttigieg? I forget. I mean, what is wrong with people? This is all common sense. That's all. What is wrong with saluting the flag in school and then getting suspended because you stand and the rest of your classmates don't stand because they're taught by their parents that you can't? What is wrong with saying Merry Christmas? I mean, isn't that common sense? What is wrong in believing in God? What is wrong in having a little faith and belief and not judging if somebody doesn't believe? That's your choice. It's called choice. What is wrong with a better health care? Obamacare did not work. They messed it up with the tax credits. They had 42 days to implement a better health care. They didn't do it, and people suffered, and some states didn't get their SNAP benefits and caused them to be homeless, which we help out on here. People were Democrats or homeless. People This is all common sense, ladies and gentlemen. What is wrong with taking out a dictator in Venezuela who got cheated into being a leader, and we took him and his wife out? We gave them opportunities to leave. I wouldn't give them any opportunities. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with trying to end a war in Iran? Or excuse me, what is wrong with ending Russia and Ukraine? A war that we should never be in. What is wrong with that? Anybody? What is wrong with making peace? ICE agents protecting the people. Getting these bad people out from Venezuela, Mexico, China, Taiwan. What's up, North Carolina? Beautiful North Carolina. Beautiful. Hardworking people in North Carolina. I'm clueless, somebody said. Okay. Yeah, it's a good cigar. I'm enjoying it with you guys. Thank you. Thank you for 542 likes. Appreciate each and every one of you tonight. It's my pleasure to show what the hell is happening and unraveling, showing you the truth. You see it. You heard it. You heard the mayor. You heard the governor of Minneapolis. You've listened to Gavin Newsom. He's another one. Remember the protests and riots we had there? We have a short memory sometimes. He said the same thing. Go out and do it. I love Trump as well. Joe. God bless you. God bless each and every one of you. And God bless our President Trump. God bless Marco Rubio, our future next president, or J.D. Vance. Either one. I'm really starting to like J.D. Vance. But I've been following Marco Rubio so long, it'd be hard for me to go against him. But either one. Either one. I can tell you this, Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance are learning. They're watching. They're watching. The corner of their eye, they're watching Trump. They're watching him. Let's be honest. They're going to hand that torch right to Marco Rubio or J.D. Vance, right to their wire. 2028. Bada boom, bada bing. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. Why? This. They're so stupid. They, instead of playing a game, you know what that game would be? It'd be a good game, though. It would be like this. God forbid if I was a Democrat governor. Whoa, I would do this. You know what? We might not stand behind Donald Trump and everything, but we will support law and order. We will not protest. The way to win elections is to go out and vote. That's the word should be done. How about they call, they, meaning the government, and how about they call these families? You know the names. The women jogging, getting raped and murdered from people from Venezuela, El Salvador, Mexico. Should I continue? Chinese, pedophiles, young men, young women. Did they ever call their families and say, hi, I'm Tim Walz, I'm Gavin Newsom. Good evening, good morning. How are you? I'm sorry to hear about what happened. We're sorry. We know that this world was run by our fellow Democrat President Committee. But we assure you we're not them. We are a Democrat. Won't they do that? Huh? Have they done that? And the question that is in the chat is what? No, they have not. Not one. Not one Democrat has made any attempt. You see what they did on that Tuesday State of the Union. I don't know if it was called State of the Union, whatever it was with Donald Trump. That African-American boy who wanted to be a police officer was, I believe he had cancer. I hope he's well. They didn't even stand. I think 2 or 3 Democrats were starting to stand on fairness. Let's be honest, MAGA. They started to stand, And did you see Nancy Pelosi and Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer when they tried to get up and stand? They went like this. That's bad. They wouldn't even stand and clap their hands. They weren't clapping for President Trump. They would be clapping for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the chat. Doesn't that tell you everything about the party? Yes or no? I think it does. I think it does. I really do. It's sad. And I get it. I know I have people here who are saying some nasty things, and that's fine. I really mean it. But you know it behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying. You know, I voted Democrat before. You know what I'm saying. It's not the same party. I voted for Bill Clinton. You guys know, the haters know this. They're just so pissed off at their party. They know I'm right. They probably agree with 85% on what I'm saying, if not 100. They know I'm right, but they just are hypnotized. They listen to the CNN. That's not news. It was a news channel many, many years ago, like 25 years ago. They know I'm right. It's the truth. It's not about Donald Trump. It's not about me. It's about us. It looks like the protesters they must have went and got some coffee. They're back. It's a very good Cuban cigar. Thank you from my good friend for this Cuban cigar. Are we great yet? Absolutely. We've been great now for a little over a year now. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, thank you for all my loyal subscribers and moderators. Thank you for those who just came on board yesterday, last week, last month. But thank you for those who just came on this evening. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Vegas right now actually is pretty nice. We're going through a little bit of a warm front. Climate change. No, we're going through like a 70 degrees during the day. It's about 50 now. It'll get cold again. It'll get cold again. Buddy Case, thank you. Appreciate your donation. Welcome all. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you are having a great Friday. And if those who are off this weekend, enjoy it. Watch football. Watch the lives. Have the notifications checked because we're going to be covering, unless something erupts here, we're going to be covering all eyes on Iran. I believe something's going to happen soon in Iran. I really do. The militaries are still there to get. Something's going to happen. I'm not going to say I'm for it or not, but I believe Donald Trump is going to take some action. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to also keep an eye on the situation that's happened in Minneapolis, California, and other parts of these majority Democrat-run states. So we'll definitely be keeping all eyes on that situation. Imagine, though, living in Iran and protesting, and they just come at you and they take your life, you know? Imagine that. Imagine their economy. These people are starving. No jobs. So, you know, it's hard. Something should be done. But some of the people I'm talking to, some are conservatives, some are Democrats, some are independents. Some are saying, no, we got to leave well enough alone. We should not step in. What's your thoughts? I'm just curious. I don't look at anybody one way or another. Do we go ahead and change the regime? Do we go in and step into Iran? Or do we just sit back and no? Or do we wait? Or do we wait? We got a donation just came in. Thank you for that 2 times. Thank you. The Benny. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. What do we do? What do we do with that situation? I'm only going to say this one time. I'm going to treat, because I know most of the people that put Epstein's on here, majority of them are probably little kids or older ones who never grew up. Or maybe you just really want to say it. I'll say it one time. The Democrats had many, many years to the Epstein files, right? And Trump has put them out there. Hasn't been perfect. They've been exposed. He's also stuck up for former President Bill Clinton. You know, he said, hey, he's a grown man. You know, they had photos of him. They had photos of Trump. So what? They had photos. There was no photos of either one of those presidents on an island until we see otherwise. And, you know, our prayers and thoughts with these women. They've grown up. It's a shame. It's a shame. They should get justice, unfortunately. But the Epstein files, they had plenty of time. It's their last hope is the Democrats on the Epstein. I'm referring to the people on here. Well, them too. I'm referring to the party. They had plenty of time to expose the Epstein files. They didn't do it. And I have to say they didn't do it because they probably have government officials, maybe men and women, maybe Hillary. You know, I know she's a woman. I'm just saying. There's probably been mayors. I don't believe there was any living president involved. As much as I don't support Biden, and he's the second worst president ever, I know a lot of you are saying, did he just say second worst? Who was the first? It wasn't Jimmy Carter. You want to know who the first was? You guessed it. Put it in the chat. Barack Obama. But I don't think it was even Biden. He was horrible. He didn't know where the hell he was. But I don't think... So stop it with the Epstein. Now, are there movie stars and athletes and some Republican governors and Senate leaders that are Republican and Democrat? Maybe. So enough with that. Enough. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Thank you, the Benny. Appreciate you. We had plenty of time with that. All right, let me continue. I'll read a few more. Oh, yeah, Barack Obama. He's the worst. He ran it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be living under a rock. He ran this country under Biden. He was all part of that with a little help from his friends. A little help from his friends. There was a song put out. I think it was the Beatles. He had a little help from his friends. Meaning Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, Chuck Schumer, Pete Buttigieg, Hunter Biden. Did I say Hunter Biden? And them. That's who was running it. So he's the worst. In my opinion, he's the worst president ever. Starchman, thank you. Appreciate your donation. What we got here? Mega. Boot tickers. Regime. Not patriot. Trump doesn't care about the Constitution. He won't give up the power. He wants Violent Insurrection Act. Appreciate your donation. That's your opinion. I have to say I disagree. But thank you. We're forwarding out to the homeless people. Trump 28, absolutely. Lame hat, somebody said. You guys think it's a... I love this hat. I love it. Love it. Let me smile. Kamala Harris did a lot of smiling, didn't she? You got to give her that. She smiled a lot, right? She had no clue. She was another one. God hope. Thank you, God. Imagine if she was president right now. Holy shit. We'd all be fucked. Excuse me. Sorry, it slips out once in a while. Can't help it. I don't cuss much. I don't like it. But sometimes it just, you can't help it. All right. Yep, Tish, absolutely. Yeah, thank God he won. It was too big to rig. No Russia and all that nonsense with Hillary. Another one that should be, in my opinion, probably should have been in prison a couple of years already. Yes or no? Hillary. Another one. Poor Bill. You'll imagine living with her? Anyhow. Once again, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Not once. Not twice. 5 times. 5 times the donation. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. The Benny. Thank you. Thank you for 591 likes on this live stream. We appreciate it. All right. Some funny comments. I laugh at them. I laugh at the haters. You know? Funny. Funny. Obama 28, somebody said. Barack Obama in 28. Haters. A lot of haters, huh? Blow some smoke to the haters, huh? Blow some cigar smoke to the haters, huh? Right there. To the haters. Hey, well, I wanted to just say once again, thank you, moderators, for being here tonight. Once again, big shout out to Mike, Janine. Once again, shout out to Benny, Christy, Whiskey Tango. Thank you for all the support and the donations. We appreciate it. On this channel, we are able and fortunate to forward the donations and help out the homeless community here in Las Vegas metropolitan area where it gets very hot in the summer. Let me tell you, it gets so hot that I want to move the hell out of here. But I love living here. We have a Republican governor, Italian. Well, I called him out too. But we have a Senate run by Democrats. It's turning red now. But we help out the homeless here. We don't ask them if they're Democrat or Republican. We don't ask them if they're gay or straight. Be honest with you, I'm against open. You know, I don't want people coming here illegal. But if I see somebody that's hungry, they might be from we feed them. Because you know what? That's what we do in America. You know, let law enforcement, let ICE do their job. We're here to help them out, and that's what we do on this channel. Greenland. I forgot what somebody said something about Greenland. Oh, here it is. Greenland should remain Danish. Idiots. I think it's the right thing to do, and I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. Now, our chat froze up a little bit, so I might be a little bit behind. But the chat freezes up once in a while. Denmark should rise. That's where I'm at right now. I also want to shout out to the moderators. They're not on here, but a special thanks to Lieutenant Max. Lieutenant Max, we appreciate you. Law and Order, behind the scenes, Lieutenant Max, we appreciate you for keeping this channel safe and your investigation on some harassment and direct hate. Directly, and I mean hate. I don't mean like little people on here disagreeing with me, or I'm not saying that kind of hate or Epstein, that kind of stuff, but direct threats to my life. We thank you, Lieutenant Max. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you've done. All right. All right. Breaking news. They call me brain dead. Call me brain dead. Hey, shout out to Ozzy Crosby, longtime subscriber. I know Ozzy's saying, thank you, Ozzy Crosby, for the membership and your continuing support. It's not unnoticed, my friend. Thank you. Sal Capstein. Some funny comments. I laugh. Some are funny. I mean, seriously. Some of the hater comments, I'll be honest, some are funny. You know? Yeah. Ryan, I call it as I see it. It's coming in. You want something to be out there? You want a comment to be highlighted? Send a couple fazools over here. We'll forward it to the homeless people, the people who really need it. I try to read what I can read. I read the funny ones, the haters, the positive. Amen, Cindy. Amen, Palon. Sal Capstein. Nick Capstein. American first. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Rocky, what's happening, Rocky? What's going on? Greg, I hear you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Benny. Welcome. Appreciate the membership. Welcome in. Thank you. Appreciate and the donations. We appreciate you. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Joe Biden, 28. So, Benny, it's good cigar. Excellent. Excellent. Good Cuban cigar. I've had Cuban cigars that weren't so good. This one is good. First of all, it's free. So I say thank you. Unfortunately, I promised I wouldn't say his name, but we'll just say the Cuban man. Good cigar. Once again, thank you for your donations, your memberships tonight. But I am a bigger fan of Dominican cigars. Soon to come, a cigar channel. All are welcome. I'm only kidding. I thought about it. The Cuban man, yeah. Anytime something's free, thank you, you know. But it is good. It's got a good draw, very good. Little coconut. A little bit of pepper. Anyhow, that's what's great about these lives. All right. I'm going to read a few more. I keep saying a few more, but kind of having fun here. Bama's in the house. What's going on with Bama? Alabama. Who else is from Alabama on here? Castro. Won't see him anymore. Yeah, a little coconut and pepper, Matt Ryan, 7796. A little coconut and pepper together. That's what's good about cigars. Brings good conversations like we're having now. Hey, shout out to London. God bless London. God bless London. Yeah, great comment. The Benny. Thank you for all the flags, American flags. We didn't see American flags. Well, we did. I stand correct. We've seen a couple American flags on the riots over here. Shout out to Whiskey Tango with the floating heart. Gotta love the floating heart. Much love for the Americans. Thank you, Bama. Thank you. Hey, I hope, Bama, you got your merchandise. I hope you got it. The towel, the Trump towel. Now I expose you. Trump supporter. Hope you got it. Yeah, every now and then we send out some gifts. My hairline, I got no hair. Just one time, we'll show the hairline. Okay? There it is. Amber. By the way, I love that name. Beautiful name. I agree. Thank you for the donation. Can you ask if Ghost has been with another man? I just did. Thank you. Holy shit. Is right, somebody said. Trump and Epstein. And what are you referring to? What are you referring to? Oh, here we go. I had to ask. I had to ask. Here comes the big comment. All right. Thank you all for being here. Fight, fight, fight for our rights. Shout out to Canada. Shout out. Shout out. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for that, Santa Claus or Santa 8774. Can you ask if the ghost has been with another man? I just did. Keep sending the fazools. I'll ask it all night. We're able to help feed the homeless people, so thank you. How much was the hat? Couple $1,000. I don't know. It was a gift. I'm pro-Trump. I am ride or die with Trump. Hey, thank you, Ghost. Appreciate it. Hey, I'm going to give you something, Ghost. High five, fist bump. Absolutely. All right. Do you work? Me? Absolutely. And I pay taxes. You know where my taxes going? Federal taxes and yours? If you work? That's right. Minneapolis. To who? Somalia. What are they doing? They're sending the money to Dubai. Dubai. To Somalia. Stealing our taxpayer money. So yes, I work. And I love working. Love working. Thank you for the donation. And your comment disappeared. Let me see if I can go back. Let's see here. Can you tell me what your favorite animal is? Was it animal, I think? Dog? Parrots? Was it animal? Ozzy Crosby, thank you for putting that flag on there and using that membership. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crosby. Do I fish, Teddy? Nah. I went fishing 2 times. I caught 30 flounders my first try. I gave it up. It was too easy. I said, this is too easy. Now, I don't fish. I'm in Vegas. I miss it, though. Fish. The Italians, we fish for bacala. Codfish. You gotta laugh a little bit, guys. Thank you for the donation. Here we go with the ghost again. Has the ghost been with another man? Who the hell knows? Who knows? Who cares? Who cares? The ghost. Thank you. Appreciate the donation. We'll take it. What's going on, Stacy, in South Florida? Cold there. I just told you I work. What do you want me to say? I don't work? I don't work. I collect government assistance. There we go again, the working. The ghost needs to go see a ghost. Cigar Epstein. Ozzy. If you don't work, that means you worked your ass off your whole entire life and you're enjoying your golden years. That's what we should be doing, right? Somebody says I need a psychiatrist. Have you been? You don't know. The coke, it happens. Ghost politics. What the hell? You've totally lost me. Are you Jewish? No. Can't sing, but I can dance. I'm not your average white boy. Can't sing, but I can dance. I'm not your average white boy. I can get down. All right. Ghosts. Illegal aliens. Israel first. I will say this on Israel. I don't trust Netanyahu. Whatever the hell you say his name. I never trusted him. You look weird, somebody said. I look weird. How about now? Do I look weird now? Huh? All right. Where are you? Where are you guys? Are you just waking up? Or are you coming out of a bad dream? Or maybe a good dream? They're kind of funny. Some. Thank you, Santa Claus. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just ignore some of the spam. You know, these people, some people just are probably about 2 years old. Or they're 60 and they're still 2. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. Hello, Minnesota. Now, once again, if you enjoy the content, make sure you have all notifications on. We're going to keep a very close eye on situations developing. The DOJ has issued subpoena for Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Jacob Frey. Speaking of hair, he has a lot of hair. I'll give him that. But you know that guy with the hair that falls in front of his face and says, F ice, that man, that guy, that idiot. Like Gavin Newsom, who wants to run for president, and that other piece of shit in Chicago, Pittsburgh or whatever, the one who came to Las Vegas and won a lot of money, like millions. Those guys, they all should be held responsible and some arrested to encourage these not a massive protest tonight or riots, but to encourage people. It's what we've been talking about. Have a little fun now at the end of the chat. Appreciate all of yous. We'll take ice rocks. How about shout out to our ICE agents? I mean, all joking aside, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to think about this for 1 second. These federal ICE agents that Trump is going to implement more to Minneapolis, they are risking their life each and every day, Whiskey Tango. Thank you so much, my friend. And they can't even go have a lunch and a dinner. They get hungry. They want to eat. They want to, they can bring their own food, but they're like, well, let's support the community, right? And they're getting threats. The owners, the waitress, the chef, the cold is the food. You know, it's been a long life. I was going to say the cold is food. The food was cold. Who knows if they spit on the food? I wouldn't be going and eat the food at these restaurants, right? So, you know, they're scared. You know, think about it. This should not be happening. They're there to take these people the hell out of the country and out of Minneapolis and keeping those that are, if you call it a protest, safe. And they're getting ambushed. Like the agent who took those Venezuela with a shovel and a broomstick and got injured. And now he's been out of the hospital. I believe he's been released, thank God. And he can't go home and see his family yet. There's been death threats to him and his family. Now think about this. Think about this if you could. For taking Venezuela people that are here, illegal, rapists, murderers, mental institution, doing his job. He could be a Democrat ICE agent. They're not all. And now look, this guy can't see his family. He wants to heal in many ways and get better and go out there and help his fellow ICE agents. And there's a fear in his life. Just like the 23 or 25-year-old, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick Shirley, independent YouTube journalist who goes and exposed the fraud. Young man who has, pardon me, women, big balls, goes out there, you know, a Mormon, and they're going to try to, there have been death threats on his family and him for what? To doing something that CNN, CNBC, and Fox and all these news outlets should have done. They should have went as a journalist who get paid more money than him. Well, he's probably getting more money now. But that aside, and exposing corruption in the Somalia community in Minneapolis, and now people are trying to threaten him. That's bullshit. It's a shame it's coming to this. All right? It's bad. Boy, it's really snowing there. Oh, there's that guy. Remember the guy with the beard? He's sitting down now. There he is. Remember this guy? He's exhausted. You know the guy with the beard yelling at the ICE agents? There he is. In Italian, we call him a scazziata. Look at that. He's given up. He's trying to wave. He's in the snow. Mostly white snow. Not quite yellow. Anyhow, there he is. That's him. There he is. He's going to stay to the very end. Wow. Where's his wife? Where's his husband? Oh, he needs help. He needs help. Can he get up? Can he get up, folks? Will he get up? What's the odds that he'll get up? He's down. He's out. He is out. He's exhausted. All that yelling. All that yelling. Yeah, he's down. He might sleep here. He might fall asleep in the snow. Oh, wait a minute. He's trying to get up. All eyes are on you, sir. Can you get up? Smack, I hear you. Latinos for Trump. God bless. God bless. There he is. There he is. That's a Democrat. Take a look at your Democrat. There he is. He's still trying to yell. As the snow's coming down. It looks like he's trying to dance. What the hell's he doing? Oh, he's trying to groove a little bit over here. He's trying to groove. Thank you for the donation. Let me read it here. Faces laughable. Dissolving Congress. And he is doing is enforcing laws created by Congress and with agency also created by Congress. Hey, thank you pretty much. Thank you. Appreciate that $10 donation. He's out. He's out. The snow is falling. The graffiti is there. Man, this guy. What the hell happened to this man? He's worn out. I love sucking on my cigar. Love it. Yeah, this guy is he's worn out. We seen him earlier, guys. We seen him yelling, screaming, F-ICE, F-agents, F-Trump, all that stuff. There's that woman. She's still at it. There's a Democrat. Another Democrat down, folks. Another Democrat, whatever you want to call them these days, out for the night. That was the same guy, right? For those who've been on for a while, that was the same guy. Heavy set guy with a beard. A heavy set guy with a beard. That's him. I mean, that's what happens. You get worn out, you know. He knows he's wrong. He'll be out there tomorrow. He'll be out there. Don't worry. They'll be out there tomorrow. You know why? For the last time, I'll say this tonight. Tim Walz and the mayor. Yep. They're saying, go ahead. Do it. They don't care if they get arrested. You think they care? They don't care about any of these people. They don't care about America. They don't care about us. They don't even care about the Somali community. All they care about is donations and kickbacks and turn their back. That guy's laying now. He's going to do a snow angel. Look at this guy. All right, one more time at this guy. Oh, whoa. He's getting up. Oh, no. He was trying to. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He was trying to get up. All right, guys, I think we're going to end this stream. Give everybody a couple minutes to say goodnight for those who are interacting with each other. Well, should we take one more look at him? He's laying sideways. I think he's given up. They're not showing him now. Oh, here he is. We'll give one more. Whoops. I don't think I can get up. That's pretty sad. I don't think I can get up. All right, here he is. Here he is. That's our man there. That's the guy. Yelling out hate. Thank you for that donation. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Here he is. Well, let's see. Let's see if he gets up. Yes or no? Will he get up in the next 3 minutes? Will this man get up in the next 3 minutes? Let's put the clock on. 3 minutes. Will he get up? Man in the snow. Once again, Whiskey Tango, I appreciate. There's those two guys. I guess. All right, I don't know if he's going to get up. It's been about a minute. I don't think he's going to make it up in 3 minutes. Jill says, think he's going to get up, Jill? It's been about a minute. Oh, this guy's asking him, are you okay? Or this girl, excuse me, this woman. She's probably saying, we need you. Get up. She's probably saying, we need you. I'll take your sign. Oh, she's yelling. I thought you're with us. She's pissed. She's pissed. Whoa. Oh, she's probably saying, what happened to you? He's probably saying, I'm too old for this. I'm too old. It's been 2 minutes, folks. He's not going to. Well, he might make it. He might get up. He might get up, Joe. One look at these guys one last time. He might make it up. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. We'll say he's got some coffee or something there. Or something else. Nah, he's not getting up. He's out. He's done. Oh, he gave the finger. He's trying to give his middle finger. All right. Moonshine. Actually, that sounds real good, some moonshine right now. Pops, get up, Pops. He's saying, Pops, come on. I got you, my friend. Let's go. Get up. Oh, whoa. He's going to make it up. No. Oh. Nope. All right, I'm just making everybody dizzy now. That's not me, but shout out to the local news channel. All right. Well, he never got up. But as much as the hate that he said and everything, I wish him well. I really do. I wish him well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. Unfortunate. I hope I'm wrong, but this is probably going to continue. I hope that Donald Trump reconsiders the Insurrection Act and takes control of Minnesota. Most importantly, that these ICE agents are safe. And, say what you want. These people, make sure they're safe. A lot of them are confused. A lot of them are getting paid. I still say they're getting paid. Probably 90% of them. Bad leadership. And hopefully they're held responsible. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for 679 likes. For those who are members, thank you. Thank you, moderators. Thank you for all those who donated, even the haters and the ones who are funny. We appreciate it. I try to put a little entertainment into this, as unfortunately a sad situation, but I don't think there was anybody got hurt or injured. However, there's been at least 2, maybe 3 arrests that we've seen, maybe more. They should be arrested. For me, you shouldn't be on the streets. You shouldn't have your car. And our prayers are with Renee Good's family. May she rest in peace. It was a bad decision. I talked about her partner, her wife. She probably should have helped and got her out of the vehicle. With that said, hopefully people use better judgment in life and stay out of this situation. Thank you all for being here, Democrats, Republicans. And remember, we are all one. God bless. Keep our president safe. Each every one of you enjoy the weekend. If you like football, a lot of football games on. And we will be live tomorrow. Have all notifications checked. We'll be keeping a close eye on this and Iran, and hoping everything in Iran, these people don't lose their lives out there protesting. Take care, guys. God bless. I'm out. Thank you. Thank you. See you later. Be safe, everybody. Be safe. Think before you act. Think. Take care.